Okay, name a singer who's sold more records in the last year than any other Australian. Here's a hint. He's also been named the sexiest Aussie in the world. The answer's coming up. But first, Colin was stopped for not wearing a seatbelt. But first, to a bloke who's already made it to the very top of the music industry. And Keith Urban has the boots, scoot and good looks to match. The sexiest Aussie in the world. Is that why you haven't married?
My mum's writing this.
Now see this bloke? People magazine named him the sexiest Australian in the world. What do you reckon, ladies? Keith Urban got his start right here at Channel 9, way back when. On Midday we called him the kid from Caboolture. Nowadays he's the biggest selling Australian singer in the world. He was even nominated for a couple of big country music awards at the recent Grammys. Just off the plane, where are the Grammys?
I didn't miss that on this year, bummer. But we,
Did you feel the pressure of 20 million Australians all saying yes, go Keith?
I do now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Keith Urban.
Well, it must have been through that girl.
He's just about the biggest Aussie recording star in the world right now. But there's still something very country about this bloke called Urban.
Country is a state of mind anyway.
Do you accept the fact now that you're a bona fide star?
Yeah, when I'm taking out the garbage in the morning, I feel that way, Ray.
But I saw some of your mates still say that you really are a rock star disguised.
You can't play in pubs in Australia and be timid and half-hearted, you know. It's like you play with conviction and aggression or they eat you up. So, again, arriving in Nashville and playing like that, it was kind of like, what the hell, man? What's going on here? You know, so it was tough.
Would you pay for nothing?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to.
Were you destined to be a country singer? Was there no choice in your life?
No, it wasn't any choice for me. I wasn't any good at anything else, you know. I left school at 15, so there was no plan B. It was just go and do it.
An overnight sensation? Not?
Bloody long night.
For the very first time at Midday, Keith Urban to sing Angry Words.
Striking blindly out at me with angry words, as you can see.
That's really where we got started over here, you know, so thank you for having us on the show multiple times.
I can't imagine how tough it must have been for an Aussie country singer to go to Nashville and try and crack it.
Yeah. Well, and when you don't wear a hat and you're not really singing traditional country, it's equally more difficult.
Did the smarties say, get a 10-gallon hat, get some boots?
Oh, yeah, had all of that, you know. I can't be anything else, you know, and if you do anything that's less than truly yourself, you can really get stuck.
And there was a time when Keith did get stuck in a spiral of drugs and booze that he admits now nearly killed him.
Well, you can only get rejected for so long before you start, you know, really finding some kind of escape default mechanism. In the blackest days, how bad was it? Close to death? You know, I think just not caring,
yeah.
that to me is, you may as well be dead. I think when you really, you get to the point where you're like, I'm happy either way, you know, if we end up checking out, fine, at least this chaos will all come to an end. That's a pretty depressing place.
The sexiest Aussie in the world. Is that why you haven't married?
My mum's writing this. She's so good like
That's
that.
what people said, but you're up against what, Steve Irwin, weren't you?
Yeah, right? There you go. Perfect.
You're my better half.
He might sing about love and his better half, but at a youthful 38, this very spunky superstar is still very single. Can you write love songs when you're not in love?
Apparently. Again, it's that ideology, you see. it's the want of better things.
What do you...
Sometimes I think it's better because your imagination can be way more intense and vivid than the real thing, you know? People recognise you, but they don't plague you the way they do Russell Crowe or Nicole Kidman. You can still exist here. Oh, God, yeah. I think, again, Australia's been so great in just, you know, that little nod and good on your mate, doing great, and then leaving you be. It's been wonderful.
Because you come back every Christmas?
Yeah.
To see Mum and the family?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that do to you, to your psyche? To your
Oh,
head?
it's awesome. You know, I think the years where it got a little weird in Nashville is where I didn't come home, you know, and you're not getting on the beach, and you're not getting your sun, and you're not getting your flakes and your pollywaffles.
Is that what you get? Is that what you
Just
miss?
everything, you know, everything reminds you where you come from.
Yeah, nice bloke. And last night, Keith kicked off his Australian tour in Townsville, going up and down the East Coast, I think.